Hello, class. Throughout today's lesson, you guys are going to be developing the basic knowledge needed for the game of basketball. To get started, I'm going to be going over some objectives. Those objectives are know the history of basketball, identify the rules and regulations, perform the basketball skills needed in playing basketball, and play basketball with classmates. Some of the history of basketball, as you guys probably do not know, the game was actually created by James Naismith in 1891. He was a scientist and he was a doctor in this, so he was very educated when creating the game of basketball. The basketball, when it was originally made, it was to throw a basketball in a fruit basket nailed to a lower balcony. So they weren't actual basketball courts. They were just regular, like you can grab literally anything, a trash can, a bucket, and just bust a hole in the bottom. And they used that as a regular basketball court. We're going to be going over some of the positions. So there are 5 positions, one being the point guard, 2 the shooting guard, 3 small forward, 4 power forward, 5 the center. To start out with number 1 for the point guard, this is somebody who has control of the entire floor. Usually the point guard runs the team. Everything runs through the point guard. So usually a point guard handles the ball majority of the time. 2, a shooting guard. It's kind of self-explanatory. That is your shooter. That is your go-to. If you want to get a 3-point, if the game is on the line, you always want to give your shooting guard the ball to hit that final shot unless you need a shot inside of the paint, which take us to 3, a small forward. A small forward is somebody who's very strong. They can hit pretty much any shot around the inside of the arc is what we like to call it, so inside of the 3-point line. That takes us to number 4, a power forward. A power forward is almost like a small post player. Power forward is someone who can hit shots in the short corner, anywhere around the rim, and also can get to the rim. Number 5, center. So your center, they work that whole middle area that you see, and they normally take shots from the top of the key, the side of the key. Anytime you need the ball inside the paint for a fast 2-point play, you always want to give it to your center. Then we're going to go over a review. So what is position 2 called? I'll give you guys a couple of seconds to think about it. Right, so position 2 is your shooting guard. So if you got that right, good, means you're paying attention, but now you know you need to be paying attention so you can get these ones right. Now I have a court diagram which we're going to go over really quick. It's a really simple court diagram. It's not really too into detail. It's just the basic things that you need to know about a basketball court. So first and foremost, we have a baseline. Everybody should know what a baseline is. It's both ends of the court. We have our free throw line. This is where shots are taken whenever there's a violation call, a foul call. Mid court line. This is your half court line. So this is where you can receive a 10-second violation. Once you cross that line, you cannot go back if you are dribbling the ball. Your center circle is where a jump ball takes place. We have the sidelines is where you take out the ball during gameplay. And then once again, your free throw line, we have a 3-point line. This is where you can shoot your shots and score a 3. Your basketball hoop is they're both on both sides of the court. And then we have a backboard, which you can use when shooting a basketball to bounce the ball off into the net. And then basketball rules, so really quickly, a regulation basketball team consists of 5 players. This means that only 5 players from each team could be on the court, so that's a total of 10 players at a time. The game begins at the center of the court with a jump ball. This is when 2 players duel off to get the ball and to see who has possession of the ball at the start of the game. Each team must use a combination of dribbling and passing to advance the ball towards a designated basket. So basketball is a game of dribbling and passing. 2 points are scored for each field goal, while 3 points for field goals shot behind the designated arc. So 2 points anywhere inside of the arc of the 3-point line, and anywhere outside of that, 3 points will be awarded. So dribbling with 2 hands or dribbling with 1 hand after already stopped, your dribbling is called a double dribble. So that is a violation call. You can double dribble, and the ball will be turned over to the other team. So moving your pivot foot without dribbling would be a traveling violation. So traveling violation, once again, the ball will be turned over to the other team. Ref calls, these are some basic calls that you can get during a game. I just kind of wanted to show you guys. what they look like so you know. So we have blocking, jump ball, personal foul, a player control foul, a point scored, technical foul, 3-point shot, 3 seconds violation, traveling, and you can see the different hand signals. So if you see any of these during the game, you'll know what these calls are called. So go ahead and take a look at those during this time. All right, so moving on. We have skills, dribbling and a shot. I have provided a couple of things that I would be looking for during my lesson on you guys. I would be looking for during a dribbling is like one hand on the ball, fingertips to dribble, ball at the side of the body, ball below the waist height, and then looking where you're going. So your eyes always have to be up when you're jumping. These are just some examples. We also have a set shot. There's a key, if you guys can see those highlighted, the highlighted red area right here where it says beef. This right here means bend, elbow, eyes, and follow through for a shot. So those are some key words when shooting that are very, very important. And we're going to be moving on. Review question is going to be, what does beef stand for? I'll give you guys a couple seconds to think about what does beef stand for. I can give you guys a hint. It has to do with shooting a basketball. Another hint, we just went over it. All right. So beef stands for bend, elbow, eyes, and follow through. Great if you guys got it. If you didn't, it's all good. Just remember that. Skills, so these are some other ones, chest pass and jumping. I didn't want to kind of give away, what you have to do during those. I just kind of want to show you what they look like. There's different kind of jumpings. This one right here is this is a jump you would usually use for like a rebound. And then this jump is actually one that you would use for like if you were going up for a shot, like a layup or anything like that. So you can see that this one, he's releasing the ball. And this one, the ball's coming to him. Go ahead. So lastly, we have teamwork. Teamwork is very important in the game of basketball because that's how you win games. It doesn't come from who's the most talented, things like that. There's the most games, the most teams that win, it's because of the chemistry that they have. It's not because they're talented, because you can be talented, but you can also lose a game because you don't have team effort. And then that's going to be the end of my basketball lesson. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking your time. Everybody stay safe. Have a good one.